Hi, everybody. Happy Monday and welcome to Wildflower Wool's YouTube channel. It is Monday, which means that we are casting on a brand new project. Sorry, guys, I'm just getting things set up here a little bit better. Had to get a little comfy to sit here because we're going to be chatting here for a whole entire hour. We are going to be talking about this week's new start. Daisy has come to say hello. So this week's new start, did everybody have a chance to vote on this week's yarn? I'll show it to you in a second. There was tons of votes. It was a pretty exciting vote, I have to say, this week. So we'll talk about which yarn won, what the project's going to be. Last week's new start, I have a little bit of progress to show you, and the Orange Crush Shawl knit along for the Fiber Friends. I can show you my progress on my third shawl for that. So I hope everybody has had a great start to the week. Hope your Monday all went well and you had a little bit of knitting time stuck in there sometime, maybe before you went to work or at lunch, or if you've been home for a little while, you've had some time to get comfy and sit and knit. And if not, this is the perfect time. We've got an hour here to just sit and knit and work on whatever your current project is. So this week's new project yarn. Look at this, you guys. I hope the color shows up as nice on the screen as it is in person. This is some gorgeous, gorgeous superwash merino yarn, and it is so soft. It is a DK weight. This is some yarn that was gifted to me, my sister-in-law and my niece, Lauren. Some of you may remember Lauren. She, over the years, has co-hosted some of the Friday Night Lives a little while back over on the Fiber Friends when we were doing Friday nights. Lauren made an appearance a few times there, so some of you may have remembered Lauren. Anyways, she and my sister-in-law, they went on a little road trip down to Virginia, and they were in a kind of like crafters market, and there was a booth there, well, an indie dyer, and they saw some yarn, and this is what they picked up for me. So I was really pleased that they thought about me while they were on vacation. So Sew Knit is what is on the label. And let me see, its colorway is Sage. DK weight, 100% superwash merino wool. 100 grams, 246 yards. So needle size, you guys, I did not make my chart. So US 4 to 7. That sounds like a really big gauge, like range, a big range. 4 to 7, because 7 is a 4.5, and a 4. Oh my gosh, I do this every time. Anyways, doesn't matter. I will go look it up. Anyways, I know it's smaller. So I'm thinking maybe a 3.5. Something like that, 3.5 millimeter. So hello to everybody who's joining in tonight. So anyways, this yarn is really, really, really pretty. And I really wanted to knit with this week. And so I didn't want to pair it up with another yarn just in case on the outside chance you guys didn't vote for it, which I thought would be really, really crazy because it's so pretty. But I wanted to knit with it. I didn't want it to get stuck in my stash and, never see the light of day again for years down the road. I just got it last week and I wanted to knit with it. And it has some really pretty, let me see, some gradient color. Just it's some light, some dark, and I think there's one spot I thought I saw a little bit of speckle. So it's very, very pretty. And so there it is. So the option for voting for this week was mittens or a hat. I had to think of what I was going to use this mostly. I thought, oh, hi, Liz. Liz voted for mitts. So I thought I could have done a cowl, but you know what? I like knitting cowls, but I don't wear them very often. So that's why it wasn't an option. So, but I thought mitts. I remember I said I need a new pair of mitts because the ones that I was wearing last winter, my hand knit ones, I finally wore through the thumbs just from constant wear, and I just tossed them. I didn't mend them. I know I could have, but I didn't just because I wanted to make new ones. And hats. I can always use a new hat. So those were the options. It was pretty close, but towards the end, the leading project just kind of took off and definitely won. New glasses? Not yet. Not yet. Hopefully soon. Do they look new, Sherry? No, they're the same old ones. So, okay, mittens or hat? I saw Liz said she voted for mitts. Lynn said she voted for mitts as well. Oh, Nikki, that's why you voted mitts because you needed new ones. Well, thank you. Well, and I did tell somebody, I think, voted on Instagram or Facebook. I can't remember. And I answered them back because they said mitts. And they said mitts was always their car knitting project. I thought is a perfect project, right? It's small. And so I answered her back and I said, secretly hoping mittens wins. So, so I will let you know. Ready? So insert dramatic drum roll here to see what was the winning project. What is this turning into? What did most of you guys vote for? Drum roll. Project for this week is mitts. So thank you guys. You guys all voted for mitts. Maybe you all remembered me saying I needed mitts, just like Nikki did. So I am very excited to be knitting mitts. I don't know. Yes, what was it? Sunday morning here? Saturday morning. I think it was Saturday morning. I opened up the door to go outside and I was greeted with this like cool air. It was the coolest, chilliest morning that we have had all summer. It felt like fall, you guys. And September is going to be here on Thursday. I cannot believe that. So I don't know. I think it was just that one cool morning and kind of like switched to a switch, right? And it's like, oh, fall is getting close. So new mitts for me. I cannot wait. Cannot wait. I love this color. It's so pretty. Look at this, you guys. It matches my bag. I like it when things match. So I'm going to put this on the Swift. I'm going to wind it into a cake. And then I'm going to go search for some needles. So DK weight, I'm guessing, I'm going to see what I can find. I'm going to knit it on DPNs. Magic loop, I can't find DPNs. I'm going to go, I'm thinking 3 or 3.5. I want my mitts to be nice and snug, like nice and tight, because I don't want any wind going through them. And so I know sometimes I'll knit worsted weight even on a 3.5 millimeter if I want it really, really tight, because I'm a loose knitter, so I have to go even smaller to be tight, right? So I'll see what I can find. Let me see. I have been sorting yarn, you guys. I almost recorded upstairs tonight just so you could see empty shelves. Empty shelves. It is, I have been clearing everything out because I want to just empty that whole entire room out. And so I can just give it a really good clean to start with. Maybe move my shelves around a little bit. And then be really, really thoughtful of what yarn goes back. It is not all going back. Half of it. Well, I don't know. I say that now, and in the end, I don't know. We'll see. I'm going to be very, very strict with myself and just the best of the best, or I don't know if I want to say the best of the best, but maybe things that I know that I'm actually going to knit with in the next few months is going back. So we'll see. I thought maybe I got like overly ambitious. I thought that maybe I would have it like kind of already organized up there. Didn't happen. There was a lot of yarn up there, you guys. I haven't even got all the shelves cleared off yet. So the next couple of weeks, we will be up there with maybe a new little bit of a display. Winning yarn is going to be mitts. So soft. I wish there was a way you guys could like feel the yarn through the screen because it's a really nice, soft and squishy superwash merino. It's going to be lovely this winter, which I am predicting like no snow until December 10th. would be lovely. So we'll see how close I get. Probably not even close. So I worked on 2 projects this week. Last week's new start was the sock yarn. So this sock yarn, this is the Wisdom yarns, universal yarns, and it's called, the colorway is Foxy, but we were just kind of nicknaming it Halloween yarn because it does look like Halloween, right? With the orange and the black. So I worked a lot on the socks because I wanted to see how much I could get done, and I will show you what I got done. I think I did very well, considering there was a few days last week that I didn't really knit very much at all because I was on vacation and we actually went away, did some day trips. But look at that. Cuff, leg, heel, foot, and I am starting the toe decreases. I've got about 3 or 4 decrease rounds done, and I would have had a little bit more done, but I didn't pull out any DPNs to finish off the toes. So I'm sitting there. I maybe could get another round done on this little 9-inch circular, but it was starting to get a little tight. So I just left it. And that'll be another job for tonight after we're done chatting, is to go find 2.25 DPNs. Those will be easy enough to go find. I know where they are. So, and then I can finish off the toe and I will have a finished sock, you guys. I am super, super happy with this. Knit up really quick. I love the colors, love the striping. I didn't even know there was brown in here, you guys. Last week, I don't know, when I was looking at this, it's funny what your eye picks up and what you just gloss over. And when I looked at this, I saw black, orange, gray. And there's actually kind of like 3 shades of gray. There's a 6-color repeat in here. So if we start there, so black, light gray, dark gray, orange, really, really light gray, and then a brown, and then back to the black. So very fallish colors. Maybe not super Halloweeny, but it's got orange and black, so we're gonna go with it, right? So thanks, Sam. Sam says she loves my Halloween sock. So I'm happy with that. So I should have a toe done in no time at all. I just got to find my needles and get it done. So that made me super happy. I knit the whole thing up until this point on my little 9-inch circular. I did the heel. Some people always ask me if I do the heel on the 9-inch, and I do. And it's easy enough to do. You just kind of got to scrunch your stitches up and your heel flap. One side's a little straighter than the other, but it's okay. It works. And then you can pick up your stitches, your gusset stitches. Easy peasy. And it just saves having to find other needles to do it on. I know some people say they'll switch and do their heels on DPNs, and that's fine too. If it's easier for you to do that, you can totally do that. So I just followed my super simple cuff down sock pattern. I did 64 stitches. I did 2x2 ribbing. I worked the leg straight, did my heel flap and gusset, and now I am working on the toes. This is making me, I don't know, I was very, very happy, very, very happy to get almost one sock done. I really would have loved to have been able to show you a finished sock, but it's close enough. It's only a few rows left. The other project I worked on was my 3rd orange crush shawl. I am really, really liking the size of this one, you guys. So this is, look at that, the end of my second 50-gram ball of Patton's Croy. So this was some white that I dyed in the July Dye Challenge with Jacquard Acid dyes in its teal. And I really, really like how it's knitting up. It is right now, it is about the size of my original ones that I dyed or knit with just one ball of, I don't want to say a light fingering, but just a regular fingering, a regular sock weight. The Patton's Croy is a little thicker. So this was what, one size Don't mind the ruffly edge here, guys. I haven't blocked this one yet. So this one goes all the way down to here. And that's pretty close to where I am. Actually, I probably am, or maybe just a smidge past there now. So this one's going to be twice the size because I have 2 more 50-gram balls ready to knit into it. So look. So I just knit this. Obviously, the yarn is a little thicker. So I went up a needle size. So I'm knitting this on a 5mm, which I think is a US 8. And I'm liking it. Really, really liking it. I'm liking the size. I'm liking how those the light flecks, the little white is just distributing across the shawl pattern. So I think it is going to be really pretty, and it'll be done just in time for the coolish weather, and I'll be able to wear it. So this little bit, when you get to the end here, sometimes this last little bit just seems to go on and on and on. That's what I feel like. I keep knitting a few rows, and the shawl is just starting to get to that point now where you're knitting across the row and you think, okay, I should be almost at the end, because you kind of get in that, I don't know, that rhythm as you're knitting it, and you just kind of know when you're getting close to the end of the row and you're going to be able to turn it around. Well, now I'm at the point where I get that feeling like, okay, I think I've been knitting this row 1 pattern long enough. I should be ready to turn it. And you look down and you still have a bunch left to go. So it's starting to get longer. The increases are starting to add up, starting to get some extra width across because the rows are starting to feel a little bit long, which is a good sign because I do want this one to be twice as big and just have more size to it. So it can just kind of wrap around your shoulders. So those were the 2 projects that I worked on this week. That and sorting the yarn room. So I feel like I don't have too much to talk about. When you sit and you work on one project for most of your knitting time, can you guys hear the thunder? We're getting a, oh, storm. Amanda, did you just type storm? Did you hear the thunder? We're getting a pretty good thunderstorm right now. And it's blackout, which, well, I guess it is almost 8:30. So, but the sky was totally black when I was driving home, and I had to make a quick stop on my way home, and I ran in, and as I was checking out, looked at the sky, I thought, oh no, I could get drenched here, but I made it home before it started to rain. But it's raining pretty good now, and it's thundering, and there was a bit of lightning. So anyways, my garden is getting a good drink right now. So I'll just show you this project just because I feel like I need to show some more knitting here. I did not work on this at all, you guys, and I'm really sad that I didn't because I was really, really excited for this. This was my new start like 2 weeks ago. Tonight's the mitts. Last week was the Halloween socks. This would have been the week before. This is my hemp and wool blend. Love these colors together. There's no names, there's just numbers on these. So just a gold and like a forest green, maybe is a good way to describe that one. I don't have very much of it done. Oh, I do have the ball band though. I can show you. So this is some stuff that has been in my stash for a long, long, long time, but I love it. It's still available, and I will be ordering more of it for sure. So all I have got started on this, it's going to be Fair Isle. It's a pillow. So there's my back with my floats. And because it's a pillow, I'm not worrying about my floats too much because it's all going to be enclosed. There really isn't too many long floats on this pattern anyways, but I'm just going to let my floats get a little bit longer because you're not going to catch them, right? It's all going to be inside. It's not like it's mitts where you want really close floats where your fingers aren't catching, because I find that the longer I make my floats, the nicer the front of your color work looks. Oh my goodness, I'm dropping stitches, you guys. I was just talking, I think Saturday when Cheryl and I did the Fiber Friends podcast, we got talking about needle stoppers or little like points for your needles because Cheryl bought this really cute set that are strawberries and they do look really cute. And I was just like, oh, I never use those. Well, I never use them, A, because I don't know if I have. I probably have some somewhere, but I don't use them, which is now making me very aware of the fact that I don't, because every time now I've been picking up my needles, I've been having a couple stitches fall off the end. Now I'm like, darn, if only I had a pair of needle stoppers. Is that what they're called? I think maybe. So maybe I will have to pick some up. Then, okay, Liz is saying you need some needle stoppers. Oh, you bought the strawberries. There was flamingos. They were super cute. Hi, Elena. Oh, is this Val? I saw a couple people talking about Val joining, and I see somebody I don't recognize. So, Val, if that's you, hello and welcome. Oh, Liz, yes, big storm last night took part of a tree down, and a second storm today knocked out your neighbor's light. Oh no, that's not good. I know. Well, we did have we had like there is a storm warning out tonight until like for another hour, I think. So, hopefully, I don't know. I don't think it's too bad. I think it's just, a good old thunderstorm. I don't think there's anything worse than that to worry about. So, anyways, I have just got the start. So, that is the tip of 2 petals. It's going to be like a daisy flower. And that is just the start of it. So, I'm knitting this on a 4mm needle because this hemp wool, it says it is a worsted weight, but it is a light worsted. And I have knit. Oh, I don't know how many. I've knit a few projects. I've knit one sweater at least, maybe 2 out of this, and hats. I've knit a few projects out of this, and I know that it is finer. It says it's worsted, but it is definitely a light worsted. So I am using a 4mm needle to do color work on here, to do stranded color work. Stranded color work, you always want to go up a needle size, typically, unless you're really, really loose. I'm loose and I still go up because you want to keep your strands loose. Stranded color work is typically tighter, so you want to go larger needle. So a 4mm is my large. So because I probably would knit this on, again, probably a 3.5. So anyways, I'm liking it. I'm liking it. I've got a little pillow form, a little 12 inches. I have a little 12-inch pillow form that I'm going to put this on. And I want to do a couple of more pillows for fall. That is my plan. I'm going to have to get on that. I think starting next week, it will be like Monday. Monday is a holiday Monday, so that will be kind of, I guess, maybe my actual true kickoff to fall knitting. Maybe I've already done that. My pillow is yellow and green. That's fall colors, and it's a fall themed pillow. I've got Halloween socks on the needle, so maybe my fall knitting has officially already started without really even being aware of it. But anyways, I've got something planned, fall project planned for next Monday. So you guys will be able to help me pick out the yarn that I'm going to use. So, oh, Suzanne said Val is a friend of yours and Lynn. Well, welcome. I am so happy. I'm sure it was Val, right? I'm so glad that you were here joining us. What holiday is Monday? So it is our Labor Day weekend, this coming weekend. So if we Saturday, Sunday, and Monday's the holiday. Do you guys that's not a US holiday for you guys? Maybe it's not. I'm always so bad. I can't remember which ones are, if we ever have ones on the same weekends or not. So maybe it's not. So our kids go back to school after the long weekend. So this is their last weekend, last week of summer vacation, and then they have the long weekend off, and Tuesday they go back to school. Oh, Suzanne, you guys are all in the same city? That's so fun. So do you guys ever meet up in the same city? Surely you guys must meet up then for knit nights or knitting, coffee and knitting or something, or same yarn shops or something maybe. Okay, so I'm going to take a peek here. Yes, Labor Day is in the US too. Okay, perfect. So then maybe most of us will be having, oh, Amanda saying, nope, not a US holiday. School has already started. That's what I thought, yes, because we went to Niagara Falls on Tuesday. It was kind of a impromptu trip, and it started out being a little um oh, okay, well, Liz says it is Labor Day there too. So, Amanda, so maybe it's different in different states then. Anyways, hopefully, maybe some of you have a long weekend too. I feel bad talking about a long weekend if you guys don't get a long weekend. Anyway, so we went to Niagara Falls, and so that's where I started my sock. I think I cast on Monday night, last Monday night after we were done chatting. I cast on, and it was black, you guys. Oh my goodness. I was sitting here under a lamp, and I was like, "Oh, I was having a hard time seeing those black stitches." So, Amanda, you have a holiday, you have a long weekend. That is a nice surprise for you, isn't it? I was not even thinking about this weekend being the long weekend either. I think in my head, I was still thinking summer was still here for another couple of weeks, and then all of a sudden realized it's like, "Oh, it is this coming weekend." It just, snuck up, right? I know. Time just flies by. So anyways, I cast this on last Monday night. Then we went to Niagara Falls. I went and took my son and I took my niece, and we had the best day. It was the best day. It was really, really fun. And I did a little bit of knitting on there. I don't know, maybe got the black done. It was just, I snuck in a few rounds. Eric was playing at the arcade. So I stood at the arcade and I knit. I got a few odd looks. Well, I don't know odd, but people definitely noticed that I was knitting, which was totally fine with me because, you got to knit where you can knit, right? Especially when you're trying to squeeze in, you wanted to try to get a sock done. You've got to try and get every row done because I knew that I didn't have a lot of time to knit that day. And did I knit anywhere else? We went down by the falls, stood close, right up at the railing, got some really good pictures of the three of us, or of the falls behind us. And then it was a nice day, but it was hot. So we found some shade in the park, and we actually sat and read and knit for a little bit. And I got a few more rounds done there. So it was fun. It was a whole lot of fun. And Eric's already asking to go back, but I think he's gonna have to wait till next summer. So anyways, that was what else did I do on vacation? I did a pottery class, you guys. So um stay tuned. You might have seen in my Instagram stories, I showed some of the clay, and it was fun. We did two classes. We did a hand building class and we did the wheel. So the hand building class, you had a slab of clay, then you got to put some texture on it, and then you folded it over and seamed it all up, and to make a planter, a mug, a pot, you could kind of whatever you wanted it to be. So it was fun. So when you had to put texture on it, there was so many choices of things that you could use, but there was a couple of doilies. And so this is the pottery shop is my sister-in-law's, and the doilies actually look familiar, and I'm pretty sure they came from my house a few years ago before she actually opened her her store and her studio, when she was still doing the pottery in her basement. I know I took her some doilies, and I'm sure these are some of mine. And we played around at that time with using the doily and printing it into the clay. So I thought, well, I have to use the doily, right? Because there was all kind, like, she's got super, super creative and so many different options, like even a pine cone. There was a pine cone, like just things I would never have thought of to use with clay. So there was a doily. So I thought, okay, I have to use the doily, right? So I used the doily, rolled it into the clay. So hopefully it's going to turn out good. It looked pretty good. So once it gets glazed, we'll see how much the pattern still shows up. Crossing my fingers. I think it's going to look really fun. So then, oh, I see Jocelyn says you love throwing pottery. Well, Angela and I years ago decided that I would stick to being the knitter and she would stick to being the potter because I do not have a natural talent for pottery. That is for sure. But I did a little bit better at this class. When I used the wheel, I did better than I had done before. And it was kind of fun. And I would go back and do another class and make a couple more bowls. So oh, I didn't have a couple of my bowl. The first one I was doing really good, and then it all went plump. It just kind of all collapsed in on itself. So I started from scratch. But I did get 2 bowls made. One is not really all that good, to be honest. But the second one, I'm kind of actually happy with it, but I didn't get the size very high. I just left it nice and low. So I think it'll be a nice little serving tray, maybe. Might actually try to use it at Thanksgiving. So, anyways, it was fun. So, but hi Daisy. So all of that though did take up a lot of knitting time. So basically, the day of the pottery class, I didn't knit hardly at all, but I still managed to get most of a sock done. So um, that was pretty good. I'm pretty happy with my knitting this week. What did you guys get done this week? So, what else should we talk about? So, you guys, I'd love to know what you guys are working on. Is anybody close to a finish? Anybody else working on socks this week? Or has anybody thought about winter knits like mitts? Am I the only one thinking about mitts yet? I know I really do want look at this cat. Good. I really do want to just keep the summer vibe going. I'm hoping this coming weekend, being a long weekend, I'm hoping to get to the beach once or twice, kind of be a nice way to kind of round off summer holidays, I think. So we will see depending on the weather. It was super, super hot today here. So we'll see after this rainstorm if the heat continues on or if it's going to cool down. Oh no, is Amanda not feeling well? That's not good. Oh, I see. Amanda said you have an Etsy shop. Oh, you run an Etsy shop as a job. That's fantastic. But is on vacation because I've been sick. Well, that is not good. So, yes, I hope you are feeling better. Oh, so you completely lost track of time. That completely happens, right? When you're on vacation or when your days of the week get out of kilter, is very, very easy to they all kind of run in together, don't they? Oh, Amanda, you getting there? Good. Oh, okay. Oh, you had cancer and had surgery. Yeah, they got all the cancer. Congratulations. But the surgery took 7 and it had 10-inch incisions, so I'm still moving slow. I've not been doing much crafting yet. Well, Amanda, I'm glad that you are on the mend. I had a surgery like that a few years ago as well. So I know it takes a while to recover from. So, yeah, I know definitely once you can start crafting again, then you know you're feeling better for sure. Oh, Diane, socks and Halloween sweater. Okay, Diane, did you post a picture of the Halloween sweater yet? Or are you going to wait till it's finished? Or maybe yes, maybe no. Diane was talking about this on Saturday on the Fiber Friends podcast, which of course made me immediately think that I too needed to have a Halloween sweater. And I am not I don't know. I decorate for Halloween and I think Halloween's fun, but this year I really am feeling the urge to actually decorate and stuff more for Halloween. Maybe Jocelyn's been kind of rubbing off on me and Sam because I know they are both really big Halloween and Natalie. I'm not sure if I saw Natalie in here tonight or not, but I know Natalie is a big Halloween. Maybe you guys are all wearing off on me, which is totally fine because you guys all know I am like up there with the biggest Christmas fans, right? I love decorating for Christmas. And so why not do it for Halloween too, right? The more holidays, the more decorating, more fun. Why not? So I may just do a little bit more for Halloween. And Diane, I'm seriously thinking I need a Halloween sweater. Might have left it a little late, but that has never stopped me before. So we will see. So let me see. Oh, Diane. Oh, you posted during the Saturday podcast. Oh, okay. I'll have to scroll back then. Sorry, guys. I know because I wasn't on. Oh, I wasn't on Facebook a lot this weekend. It was kind of my last weekend before I had to go back to work today. So I just knit and I read and binge watched some Netflix. did pottery class. It was a good weekend. So now I just feel like I need to get some other knitting done because Jocelyn and I are going to be back here Thursday night and doing our monthly check-in. So I may be working on some of those knitting projects. Or maybe not. Maybe I have them all done. You will just have to tune in and see. Is anybody else laughing right now? Have them all done. Days before we're checking in and having them done, that is just crazy talk. But we'll see. We'll see. So let's see. Let's see. Oh, Amelia Louise message me after this. Boy, do I have an idea for you. Oh, okay. I will message you, Jocelyn. Okay. I don't know. When Jocelyn has an idea, sometimes it scares me. I don't know what she could be thinking. Uh, oh no, Liz. So your side of the street is still in darkness, but across the street they have lights. So you're like this close to like having hydro. We were just on the wrong side of the street. Hi, Jude. Um, oh, I know. Doesn't Jocelyn sound enabling? I know. It doesn't take much for me to cast on something, right? I see people suggest something. They don't even suggest, they just talk about it randomly, right? And I just like, ooh, I think I need to do that. Oh, Lynn, you're in the middle of downsizing, so you've been in the middle of deciding what we actually have to take to our new home. I still have the fiber arts room, just half the size. Ooh, that's I know, see, that's tricky, but actually, I think that you might actually be in a good spot, Lynn, because if you know that have a specific room, you know what you've got for shelving, closet space kind of thing, I think it makes it easier to decide because if you had a whole huge room, but just said to yourself, okay, I'm only going to fill half of it, then that's when you can be a little like, oh, well, this I could just, I just do a little more, like one more shelf or one more of this. I can put one more tote in there. But if you have this specific size, then it's either it stays or it goes, doesn't it? Can't be sneaking the extra stuff in there. And before you know it, you got way more than you wanted. So, but at the same time, it could be a little brutal. My best friend just moved this summer. Same thing. She went from a large home to a very much smaller one, and she had to, um, yeah, like downsize like crazy. I think she has like all of her knitting now in like two totes. She had to be really, really brutal and just keep exactly what she knew she was going to knit, and the rest she just donated. So, which is nice. I mean, somebody else benefits from that, right? Somebody else gets some good deals when we have to downsize. Oh, Nikki says, speaking of downsizing, Mr. Nikki and I watched a movie on Netflix last night called Downsizing. It was good. We enjoyed it. I'm always looking for stuff on Netflix, Nikki. Okay, downsizing. I will add that. Right now, I'm watching Glow Up. I'm watching Glow Up on Netflix. So don't be surprised if I come on here next Monday and I'm like all dolled up. Oh no, I watched one episode too many of that makeup artist show. Oh, Diane's asking, are pine cones available yet? I need to collect some of black walnuts too. I don't think so. I think it's probably too early. Have I seen some on the ground? I don't know. They might be coming soon. Black walnuts are probably like we're just probably on the edge of that stuff being ready. Daisy, what in the world do you want? I think she wants to go outside, but it's raining, so she's not going outside. Sam, I've hardly read any comments because I've just been talking so much. So I have missed almost all the comments. So no, I did not see your comments. Sam, what did you say? Oh, what does that say? The Persuasion movie? What is that about, Diane? Anyways, Sally, you're working on your throwing it back wrap. That'll be fun. How is Glow Up? I wondered about that one. I actually like Glow Up. I like it. I started watching it right from the beginning because I think somebody said the fourth season just came out. I had never watched it until now. So I'm on season two. I just finished season two, I think, last night. Hi, Nancy. Oh, you're almost finished your third 50-gram ball for the Orange Crush shawl. Oh my gosh, that's good. So how many, Nancy, are you doing 3 balls? Or are you gonna do 4 or 5? How many are you gonna do? Are you doing it at a croy as well? Not very many things come in 50-gram balls, sock yarn. Well, some of them do, maybe. I shouldn't not say that. I mean, most of them don't. I mean, most sock yarns are 100 grams, aren't they? But these guys here, I think, look like they're 50-gram balls, don't they? Um, Lang J. Wall Superwash 50-gram balls. This came from a really nice shop in Oakville, the Wool Bin. The Wool Bin? I think that's what it was called. I didn't even know it existed, and it's been there for, I don't know, quite a long time. And I did not know it was there. Isn't that odd? So, anyways, we went earlier in the summer, spring, summer, and did some yarn shopping there. And I was looking for a solid sock yarn, and oh, I found some of that yarn back there, the colored balls down there on the bottom. That's where that came from. Oh, okay. Let me see. Ah, Amanda's got a good idea. Okay. So yeah, if Liz isn't around next week, it's because she's in jail for trespassing. Amanda's suggesting that she runs over to her neighbors with an extension cord. Sure, they won't mind, just until your hydro comes back on. If you explain to them, I'm sure that you need to have, at least one lamp on so that you can knit for the evening. I'm sure they won't mind sharing their hydro with you. Oh, that's funny. Nancy, you're using a 4.5. Okay. Did I see? Oh, hold on. Oh God. Oh, then you watched Pride and Prejudice for the 100th time. Okay, I'm guessing that you like it. I don't think I have ever watched that. Liz, you couldn't knit last week because of insomnia. Now, no electricity. Well, that is just not fair, is it? Oh, Sam asked if you could guess how many dishcloths she had knit. So, like, how many you've knit now, Sam? I don't know. 4, 4 or 5? Oh, Nancy, you're going big. You've got 6 50-gram balls. So 6 50-gram balls is like a 3 skein shawl. That would be a really nice size. That would be really nice. Oh, are you? So so you've got a black and white, like twisted or marled yarn. That would be really nice. That would look like Halloween socks too. I'm not sure what I'm going to do with all of these. Color work. Color work. I'm just in the collecting yarn mode. So that is part of my idea for when I put things back up in the yarn room. All of these colors are going to go up there. I want to have a section of solid sock yarn stash. And so that was kind of my idea all summer long when I was going to different yarn shops. That was really all that I was focusing on, was solid sock yarn. And I did pretty good. I didn't get too distracted. I did buy a sweater quantity, but yeah, I don't think anything too crazy, other than I did buy a little bit of, well, maybe a little, maybe a little bit more than I needed of solid sock yarn. So once I find it all, and I'm going to display it, have a cubby or two or something of solid sock yarn, because I have this idea that I just want to knit a lot of stranded color work, and I just wanted to have a good selection of colors here. So I could just go up to a shelf and I could just pick and mix and match my colors. So I don't really know what I have because I haven't really looked at them all together yet. So we'll see. Once I get the shelves all cleaned and organized and everything, and I put them back on there, you know what I'm probably going to end up with? I'm probably going to end up with like 5 shades of yellow, 3 oranges, and 2 greens or something. But I did when I was shopping, I really did try to go kind of, well, I was gonna say outside my color zone. I've got pink. That is outside my comfort zone here. So because I didn't want to have all the same. I wanted to get some nice bright colors and then just some neutrals, like some grays and navies, that kind of thing. So we'll see. It'll all be up there, and I can't wait to see it all on the shelves looking pretty. Okay. Oh, okay. So Persuasion is very mild compared to Bridgerton. But if it's along that same lines, I might be interested in watching that too. Sam, you finished 6 dish class last week? Okay. That's crazy. That's like almost one a week, Sam. Well, you were making up for lost time. Good for you. Oh no, Jocelyn, you get very ranty about Bridgerton, so you were told to stay away from Persuasion. Okay, now I'm gonna have to definitely go watch it. Uh, Diane. Oh yes, it's looking nice with mustard ham and toe and red heel. Oh, all inlay. That. Ooh, that's gonna be nice. Okay, I can't. I'm gonna have to go look at the color or the picture that you posted of your sweater. Sam, Louise, who knit the skull hat? Oh, you love the skull hat and it reminds you of the skull hat. I have no idea now who did that. Was that you, Diane? Maybe? I don't know, Sam. I don't know. It's one of those things when things get posted on Facebook, if you don't screenshot it or find the pattern right away, it gets lost in internet world, never to be seen again. Oh, okay. Jude says, but some versions of Persuasion are better than others. Some give my mother the rants. I close the door and tiptoe away. Okay, now I really want to go start watching it. Oh, Diane did make the skull cap. Okay, Diane, do you remember what pattern it was? That would be fantastic for Sam to make that. As one should when beloved book is ruined. Oh, okay. In a person's mind, it can be very ranty and dangerous. I can get that because I am not a big reader, even though I am doing a lot more reading right now. Well, kind of reading because I'm trying to knit a lot on my sock. And I figured I might as well show it again because I don't have anything else to show. It's just this was my knitting for this week, pretty much. This and my Orange Crush. And I was gonna say about books. Oh, I do remember though, I did read one book long time ago, and I was really, really excited. Love, love, love the book. They made it into a movie, and I probably ranted too because they totally changed the complete ending. In the book, the character dies. Yeah, the book, the character died. In the movie, they didn't. And I'm like, what? Like that's not even the same. Like, I mean, I get how you need to adapt and condense, to get it all into 2.5 hours or something for TV, right? But yeah, to change the storyline. So I guess I kind of get. So maybe I could rant too. So, but now typically I don't read the books. I just wait. I just watch it. I just watch the movie and call it done. So, Elena, you like? Oh, what is this? Ciaran Hinds Amanda Root version of Persuasion. Okay, okay. So I guess I don't know. I'll just yeah, I'll just see if I can find any of it. Is it on Netflix or is it on Prime or something else? Liz, you always talk back to movies, historical and actors drive me nuts. I know. That's that's true. There was something that you guys will find is very hard to believe, but I was watching the Hallmark Channel and it was the fall movies were on. So it was in between summer, in between Christmas, and they were talking about fall and harvest. And there was something that was completely inaccurate with regards to farming and growing whatever they were growing, and I know that really bothered me, that they could get something like that, something which to me is so simple because I grew up with it, totally wrong, and I'm like, "Where is our fact-checking person?" It really bothered me. Oh, you love audiobooks too, yes. Oh, no Jocelyn, you love a good werewolf romance book, so, like, Twilight? Oh, okay, so Diane says, "I enjoy period piece romances between your horror." Oh my gosh. Yeah, see, I can't do horror, anything scary. I can't do that. Now, talk about horror. So I don't know, is this classified as horror movie? So Scream. The clients have said I was at this afternoon. She had on Drew Barrymore's talk show, and it must be like the 25th anniversary of Scream coming out. And so she was there and she had who was it? Nev, what is her name? Some guy that I didn't recognize, and Courtney Cox. Courtney Cox? Yes, I think so, right? They that were in it, and so they were talking about, and they had some scenes from the original. I'm like, wow, that was 25 years ago. Time flies. So anyway, and I don't know, there might be a new one coming out of that, which is kind of, I guess, coming into fall. Halloween would be a good time. Oh, Elena, your sister showed you Bridgerton. You started complaining about all the faints because of course that scene, and she just told me to shut up. Yeah, I know. Sometimes that's yeah, you just kind of gotta let some of that go, right? Liz, no fantasy or horror for you. I don't mind fantasy, but horror, yeah, I'm not into that. Oh, Nancy, what is it? Oh, okay. Because you bought all the books in the Seaside Knitters Mysteries. That's exciting. That's exciting. Oh, and they're good. That's wonderful. I read the one. Okay, now you're making me think I need to go find the other ones. Amanda, you've been into Grey Wolf series by Quinn Loftus lately. So good. Okay. Liz, they didn't wear corsets during the Bridgerton era. Oh, okay. But they just did it for TV for special effects. Yeah, see, I'm not all that up on my history and my clothing period, so that would totally go over my head, and I would never even thought about that. Stays don't tighten that much. See, I'm learning stuff from you guys. Jude, Rivers of London series is something I prefer. Mythology, talking animals, magic, and murders. Not much missing. That sounds kind of interesting too. So many fun things. And Liz, oh, but Betty Hedge was good, has good crochet and knitting mysteries. Oh, yeah, there's a lot of them now, isn't there? Kind of knitting. There was one though that I read. I couldn't read it because the writing was just so, oh, old. Old. I don't know. I didn't like it at all, and I didn't finish it, which is unusual. Stays don't deform the body, corsets do. Okay. Oh, Diane, you sent Sam the pattern. That's fantastic. Okay, Sam, now you'll have to get some black and white yarn and get cast on for a hat. Perfect timing of a Halloween hat. That sounds like a fun project. So the Fiber Friends are doing so September. If you guys didn't hear on Saturday or the last couple of weeks show, and I talked about the Fiber Friends challenges, September is a clear your needles. So it's basically like a get her done. I know we just decided to call it clear your needles. So thinking that, September is a good time, we want to get things finished for Christmas gifts, holiday gifts, getting ready for summer or winter sweaters, that kind of thing. So it's a get her done. It's clear your needles. So anything that's on the needles, you can get it knit up and get it off your needles is for September. October is a fall themed. The project can be, like have pumpkins on it. It could be a knitted pumpkin. It could be knit out of orange yarn, rusty colored yarn, anything that kind of relates to fall. So, um, what made me think of that? Somebody said something about, um, hmm, somebody said something in the chat that made me think about the fall or the Halloween hat, Sam. That could be for the month of October to get the hat done for the challenge. That would be fun. Can I help you with the color work? Sure, I can help you on Thursday. Yeah, so that's fun. Oh, Diane's saying Michael's Impeccable works great for the swell. 4 millimeter, 5 millimeter, 16-inch needles. Super easy. Yes. And Michael's is he's yeah, they've got good selection. I mean, well, you're gonna want black and white, I'm assuming, right? For your skull hat. Very exciting. Is anybody else doing any Halloween knits, Halloween socks, Halloween sweaters, Halloween hats? Very fun. Oh, Liz, you don't mind a few cozy mysteries, but when an itty bitty town has murders galore, I burn it. Yeah, I'm not too much into those either. I'm like, you give me a good rom-com. I've just decided that I'm just embracing that. I don't that is my favorite, just like my Hallmark movies, right? I did read a thriller lately and it was good. It was a change of pace. Oh, who was somebody said, what was it? You do historical fiction in between your horror movie or horror books, right? Yeah, I can see that too, just like a palate cleanser kind of thing, right? Jocelyn says it's the deliberate character assassination um, they did in the first season of Bridgerton that was horrific. Okay, don't get me started on the amount of wrong information everybody spouts about corsets. Okay. Okay, let's not get Jocelyn started, or maybe we'll chat to her about that Thursday night and I'll just sit back and knit and we'll just let Jocelyn fill us in. Oh, Diane, you have a werewolf cowl planned after the sweater. Then, oh yeah. So Coraline mitts, because that was the movie, right? Oh, you're going all out for Halloween stuff, Diane. This is exciting. Liz, you like romantic thrillers? So that means somebody is like killing somebody, right? I don't. Anyway, okay. Oh, so fun. Oh my gosh, you guys, we have filled the hour and I didn't even have that much knitting to show you guys. This is what happens when you only knit on one project for most of the week. I don't have much to talk about for the hour. So we had to talk about books and Netflix and stuff, but that was good. That's always good to chat about too. So it's just nice to have the hour with you guys. So, and I couldn't even knit because I don't have any needles. I got to go look for needles, you guys. So that's okay. So let me recap here quick. So mittens with this beautiful sage yarn. I was going to try and look up this girl. I don't know. I can't remember if I did it or not. So this was the green yarn. If anybody's just joining in at the end, this is the sage yarn. And mittens was what everybody voted for. Well, most people voted for. A lot. Over half. And that was the tag, sew knit. So I'm going to see, I'm not sure, I can't remember now if I actually did look her up on Instagram or I got distracted and did not. But I don't think, maybe I didn't find her. Maybe I got distracted. That's entirely possible. So I'm going to see if I can find her on Instagram. But she's got really pretty yarn. So I'm going to wind this. I'm going to look for maybe 3.5s, 3.5s. I'll see what I find. And look for my DPNs for my sock. And that's what I'm going to work on. I've got knitting to prepare for Thursday evening for Jocelyn. So my next few nights are spoken for. We'll see how much of these mittens I get done by next Monday. But next Monday will be the holiday here, which means that I'll be back home by 8 o'clock. If I head to the beach for the day, I will be back. So I will give you an update on this. this. I'll try to post some updates on Instagram as the week goes on. So if you're on Instagram, you can look there to see what I am working on. So thank you guys so much for joining me. Lovely chatting. And I'm all excited now about some Halloween knits. I always this time of year want to hold on to summer for at least, a week or two after the long weekend, but it's hard, the thought of I don't know, fall, just the changes seasons and all that kind of stuff is kind of exciting too. So I think my thing is going to definitely has already switched to fall. So I guess I'm just going to carry on with that because I do have some projects lined up for the next couple of weeks. So I will chat to you more about those as the time gets nearer. So thanks, guys. Mittens, I'm really excited because that was secretly what I really, really was hoping for. Maybe I put that vibe out there and you guys were all feeling mittens. So so I'm super happy. I'm gonna go find some kind of cast on. I might do something fancy. I might do Pico. I don't know. I'm gonna play around with it a little bit. So stay tuned. I'll just post some pictures on Instagram and then we'll recap whatever knitting I do get done. We'll talk about that next Monday. So have a great week and everybody enjoy the long weekend because it sounds like most of us are going to have a long weekend this weekend and we'll catch up again on Monday. So happy knitting, everybody, and I will see you Thursday night with Jocelyn. Good night.